Good evening, guys and girls. We're back at it again here. We're out of a 4x2 for tonight. We've had enough of 4x2 action for a few days. I'm back in another V8. There's a black beauty there getting parked up. She's parked up for a few days. I'm in my friend Craig's V8. This is the sister truck to the other V8 I was in for 4 or 5 weeks down in Spain and vice versa. Again, another beautiful yoke. I'm just going to show you this one here. And Craig looks after this. He's had this for quite a while, same as the other one. Again, I'm just going to hooked up to it already. Got my trailer. Slight difference, it's got the big V8 badge down the side where the other one didn't. Only a couple of little changes. It's got the lights on the front. All things not missing is a light bar. And have we got the air horns? I can't tell. No air horns, but no biggie. But she's a beautiful yoke. Craig looks after this very, very well, so he asked me if I could make a little video for him. I'll use this for the next few days. 3 or 4 days, 3 days or so, because I'm back off to Spain next week for my little boy's birthday. So Amsterdam's on, prerequisite Amsterdam's all day long. And this is exactly the same as 660. And off we go on the way up to Preston to collect a load of meat from our abattoir. Going across to Runcorn down in Lidl, but this Runcorn, this Lidl I should say, this one, there's not too much animosity toward, let's just say. This is probably one of the better ones, where the staff there, the nice people, some nice people and some of the others, but what I meant is the procedures, although Lidl is a massive corporation, they're like McDonald's, where they're like franchised. So each place, they've got different rules as to how they like things done, believe it or not. And this one here, this Runcorn, dead easy. You just go in there, even if we've got like sometimes I was telling some of our loads, we've got like pallets, double stacked pallets. Here they said, don't bother taking them all down, just take them off your trailer, put them down if there's space, wherever you want to drop it, off you go. And that's the way it should be. And then you'll go to a different one where, oh no driver, you're gonna have to wait for this machine that's being used at the moment by somebody else. You're gonna have to wait till that's sorted, and then you can mess about and unload it all, which is an absolute pain in the wazoo. So yeah, to be fair, I have missed a growl of a V8. They do sound nice, let's not get it wrong. I do love the growl of a V8, but again, this is direct comparison from jumping out of the 4x2. As I mentioned, the 4x2, that was a Euro spec 4 meter, and again this one is 4.2, so 13.9.3 these ones sit at, where the other one it's 13.1. so you can see there's a big difference in terms of the height. So yeah, right, let's get going. Yeah, you can feel the pull, you can feel the extra 160 horses and the extra 2 cylinders. But yeah, you can feel the added weight of this 6x2 as opposed to the niftiness of the 4x2. So that is blatantly apparent straight away, and this is why I like doing these comparison videos when I've hopped out of a 6x2 500, a 4x2 500, and these 6x2 660s. And I've been in the left hooker 4x2 650 before as well. Drove that last year. Now for the V8s, we've been in practically all of them that we had here. We have a couple of 520s, been in them. Again, the right car. Thank you for letting me in. Now we've got the two 520 V8s. They again, they sound nice. Pretty much similar powers. Only 20 brakes up over the 500. That's a 6x2. I had the old style 580s years and years ago when I first got brought over from our yard in Ireland. So I had that for a good, how many months? Probably a good 6-7 months. So that was alright. I was running about 57.5 or 57 3/4, I'd say. So that was quickish. That was alright. Obviously the 650s, the 660s, and then our old gaffer, he had a red 730, which he was in that all the time, and when it was off sometimes I would jump in that. I've been in that one a couple of times and that was quick as well. So for the V8s, I've done, oh, the thing I haven't been in is the new 770 V8 terms, and then I'd love to have a go to the Volvo FH16 750, because the Volvos, for me, I'd say for the best engine and gearbox combo, I think the Volvo has got the Scania beat, because the Volvo has got, you can get one with a dual clutch, which I've been in a couple of Volvos. I've been some 500s, what do they used to have, 540s, I think 540s. I think the biggest Volvo I've been in was a 540, but they had a couple of limited editions. I think I've been in a left hooker of that one. That was nice. The Volvos are smooth as well. That was a 4x2, and they drive very, very nice as well with that gearbox. Right, now this one, it just feels a little bit heavier. Well, it will do, obviously, because I've just hopped out the 4x2. So yeah, let me get off this little dual carriageway and have a little run down the 54 down towards the M6 and head up north to Preston. But I'm gonna have to try to clear my SD card soon, because I need to upload the footage of the trip to Cairn Ryan, if I've not already uploaded it by the time I do this video. So yeah, so I'm gonna look after Craig's yoke. There's a lovely fellow, that Craig. He does like Scotland, Ireland, UK. So yeah, he's yeah, I think he's off on holiday, I think, for 4 days or so, 3-4 days. So that's for a special request for me to look after his yoke and review it for him. So he's telling me he's watching my videos. I didn't know he did, actually. So shout out to you, Craig. Appreciate it, brother. Thank you for the viewership, and he's subscribe to the channel as well. So if any of you guys or girls haven't subscribed just yet, remember, it do me a world of good. It's free, obviously, if you have the time, if you like the content, if you like yokes, trucks, motorbikes, bit of humour, and just general just trucking and motorbike. So thank you for watching, and thank you for subscribing if you have, and if you do, you like the videos, if you can just give them a little like, leave some comments. Every little helps with the this YouTube algorithm, which I'm still trying to crack. So it's getting there slowly, you know. I didn't think I'd have 1 subscriber, never mind at the moment now 237. I'm absolutely shocked. So if we can keep up the growth, I really enjoyed it, honestly. I never thought I'd take you know, start doing these videos. You know, I was going to do just purely just motorbike, but obviously with the bikes I'm not on the bike as much as, you know, with working, so I'll get more footage in the truck. So I thought it would make sense to get more of a work life and then get the motorbikes on top as well, like additional, to supplement it. So hopefully the motorbike that can get the same kind of viewership and some growth as a trucking, because I'll be doing some more European trips with a bike, maybe into France. I wanted to go to the Isle of Man, but again, the only thing I don't like there is just the weather. It's so unpredictable, and I like a bit of predictability when I'm on my motorbike. I'm not really a fan of the cold, damp and windy and wet. Now, it was very, very hot in Spain, absolutely scorching, dead humid, really, really hot, but it was quite windy as well, so it kind of affected some of the footage. But if you guys, you know, manage to make it through and, you know, you manage to make do with the wind noise, I'll have to try to see if there's another microphone that can deal with the wind a bit better, but I don't really know what I can actually get. So if anybody knows of a strong camera that can withstand the wind noise on a motorbike, that's doing the speed limit at all times, of course, if you guys could let me know, gladly appreciated. So for the day, now I drove up before from Amesbury, took about 3.5 hours to get up in Wiltshire. So yeah, because Craig's yoke is lovely inside. He's got some lovely touches. He's got the mats. I'll show you in the daytime. It's absolutely beautiful. Smells lovely. He's got some nice air fresheners in here, and it's very, very clean, as you can understand. These are our homes for the week when we're at work. So you look after your trucks, you look after you, and vice versa. So shout out to Craig for maintaining his yoke in a lovely manner. Okay, so let's have a little mooch now down the dual carriageway and then upwards and onwards on the motorway, and hopefully the camera don't die. But what I'll do is I'll have to I'm sure I may have another SD card that's got a bit of memory on there, so I can get some vlogging footage for Craig. But it'll be strange to see his wagon being driven by somebody else and being commented on. So yeah, off we go. So thanks guys and girls, and Craig, shout out to you, brother. So next time I'm back from Spain, hopefully there's some more European work when I get back. I've been spoiled actually. I've done 3 days, non-Lidl. I've been up to the farms, been some farms, been in Kettering, Corby, Northamptonshire, been doing the Primark collection for Ireland. Now, is this faster than me? Yes, it is. So we're gonna have to pull back left in a minute. Right, Craig, we're gonna have to speak to the mechanics to get this turned up by an extra mile an hour or so if we can. I keep forgetting the Black Beauty was sitting at 59 1/4. So right, Mr. Kalina's slowing down slightly, going uphill. Right, let's get a draft and let's overtake him uphill quickly before it flattens out. Then I'll be left next to him. Right, go on. Keep that incline, come on, don't let it allow you shake. Come on, get up the hill, let's go. Put my foot down, let's get that extra grunt. Right, let's get into overdrive, let's go, go, go. Oh god, I can see the crest of a hill. Don't you dare flatten out, come on. These are the things you've got to deal with sometimes when you're slightly quicker or there and thereabouts. So I want to get to the crest of his hill, and then obviously now he's heavy, so I've got to make sure I crest his hill, because if he starts to roll, I'm hung out to dry in this lane here. Could be rather embarrassing. So let's go, Mr. V8. Give me the power. And you, Kalina, come on, you can let off now a little bit. Let me get past. Or you're going to be one of these awkward souls that's just going to hang me out to dry for an eternity. trailer light's gone, I've passed, indicated. Merci beaucoup, muchas gracias. So it wasn't as bad. So yeah, this again, the first thing I noticed immediately is the added weight of a V8. Now, I did the 4x2 with this trailer on the back the other day. Well, this same trailer, it was same make. You've got various, you've got Schmidt's Cargo Bull, you've got Chiro, the French trailers, you've got a few others, I forget. But yeah, so the 4x2 and the empty trailer was 16,900 kilos, and then with me sat in it, 16,980. So I'd say that this V8, I would probably safe to say it's probably a good I'd guess I'd probably say a good ton and a half, almost another 2 tons on top of what the 4x2 is, with the added because it's got a big block on this one. This engine is a massive, you can feel it for that pulling power, but it's again very, very stable. Again, I've got the, as you can see there, I've got the rear lift up. Now sometimes with the rear lifts, when you're empty, it does feel a bit strange at first, although it puts into a 4x2 configuration because it's a shorter wheelbase. You feel yourselves like bouncing along sometimes, but here in Craig's it's very, very stable. Very stable. So this is one of the first things I can notice, because the other one, the other sister V8 to this one, when it was empty, it was a little bit softer, I would say. So this has got, I'd probably say this has got slightly stiffer suspension. 100%, I can, this has definitely got stiffer suspension on this one. I know it's probably on air, but it's stiffer. Now turn your bloody lights off, you mong. Surely you can see you've got your fucking main beam on, you absolute prick. There you go, let him know, Mr. Clear. These are the kind of people that irritate you. They sit there oblivious or just ignorant to the fact they're blinding everybody. Absolute buffoons, honestly. They're the kind of people I need to slap sometimes. If I was on a single carriageway there coming towards you, I would have left my main beams on the whole way to make a point. These, honestly, they can't be that blind to be sat around. You can't see 2 trucks have flashed you. That means you're the problem, not your bloody main beams off. It's not so dark you can't see. Anyway, rant over. But yeah, this is very, very smooth. I'm gonna have to ask Craig what air freshener he uses, because this is a beautiful smell. It smells like a sea breeze or some lovely concoction. I'm gonna have to ask him where he gets this from. Sometimes I like to go to the truck stops. You get this like cherry. You get this cherry spray, which smells lovely, but a bit too much of it can be a bit overpowering. So this is just right, Craig. So I'm gonna have to pick your brain when you come back. Well, when I'm back off seeing my lad for his birthday the week after, if you're still here. But yeah, the Amsterdams keep you nice and awake. So let's save a bit of the battery, but you can have some more night V8 loveliness as we go along. But yeah, this is exactly, obviously this is the exact interior as the other one. It's got everything inside. It's stacked. You know, again, microwave, 2 fridge freezers, loads of room, loads of headroom, loads of leg room. It's got the flat bottom floor. So yes, very nice, yeah. And these, the day and nights, with these lights on. Oh, and that stupid moth would have to smash into the windscreen. Now this is a problem now when it's like this, when it's so hot, humid, the amount of bugs that come out is beyond a joke. And then with these laser beams here, they attract every single little bug. Disgusting little things I can't stand. They drive me mad, because after you finish your shift to try to get this clean, the amount of splatter on the front, ugh, tears my stomach. So I had to hop out the 4x2, give that a good clean, and then hop in here. But yeah, I do love the sound of a V8, don't get me wrong. I think perfect combo, Euro spec 4x2 V8, you can't go wrong. Right or left hand drive. What time did I start tonight? 6:45 PM. So yeah, preferably I want to try and be finished reasonably early. Hopefully I get my paperwork back from Lidl around, I don't know, maybe about 4:30. I'll probably get in there around 3, 3:15ish. Shouldn't take me too long to go flow, only about 40 minutes. And then it's just waiting for the paperwork, so that hopefully shouldn't take too long. So fingers crossed. Maybe about 4:30. But I might have to do a collection to get some chickens after, so depending if that load's ready, I'll have a drive across, and if it's not ready, I'll have to go and park up and get my head down. Okay, so we'll get some maybe get a little bit of Lidl footage afterwards. I'll get my trailer from Preston, footage in Lidl, and then a little drive in the morning or later on to the chicken place if it's light enough. Alright. Oh guys, we're back again here, guys and girls. Just picking up our trailer from our abattoir. Oh god, it's a massive hole there. Goodness me. And I just got me shook up for a second, then it just dropped me. Right, and I'm off over to Runcorn. Again, at night time I don't really like to film too much of footage that you can't really see, so this one's only down the road, only about 50 minutes it's saying over to Runcorn from Preston. So I'll do a little bit, and then when I get to Runcorn I'll do a bit of footage, because I'm going to have to clear the SD card. The joys of this internet footage, internet filming I should say. And it's now 3:30 in the morning, so when I get to Runcorn, luckily at this time we've got a booking in time between midnight till 6 AM, and at that time it should be quiet-ish, let's just say. Like in the daytime at Runcorn, you've got to go to the other booking in office and it can get quite busy. And how it's geared there, it's geared for left-hand drives for you to park before you need to go to the booking in office. And at this early time I'll get there, it should be about 4:15. I can just go directly onto a bay and give the paperwork in. Should literally take me about 40 odd minutes, as long as the machines are all charged up and ready to use. So I'll show you when I get there. And here, when you get onto a motorway, don't just automatically assume you can just go past somebody. Let him get up to speed, see what speed he's running at, and then you decide, am I going to do the overtake? Because if you pull out and he's faster than you, slightly embarrassing. So always a little tip, let someone get up to speed at a reasonable speed, give it a few seconds, and then if you think you can go, like so, like I'm doing now, and it's a nice overtake, and I've had it before where you're thinking, alright, thinking you're quick, automatically going to lane 2, and when the guy's got up to speed and you're sat there looking foolish. But with a Black Beauty we don't have such issues, nor with Craig's Beauty either here. This one is sitting, let's have a look, around 91 kilometers, or I would 90 is 56, so let's call it 56 and a half, which is ample. Flashed up to 92 then, probably say about 56 and 3/4, so yeah, we can live with that. So yeah, 56 and 3/4, I can live with it. And as you can see, sometimes this is why I ride a motorbike. When you're live sat between 56 and 60, you can understand why the need for speed sometimes can take a hold of you. And I feel my life force ebbing away from me sometimes, thinking, my goodness, I'm going to be sat between 56 and 60 for the majority of the time you're working. And I don't know if I'm sure I've said it in one of my videos before, when you're doing 60 in a car, which is so, it's neither here nor there. 60 in a truck, you feel like you're bloody flying. 60 on a bike, walking pace. So it just puts things into perspective, how 60 in and on a different vehicle is just the yeah, it's so much different. Obviously, due to the sheer size of a truck and trailer, when you're shifting at 60, you think, yeah, I'm moving in a car, thinking, bloody hell, driving Miss Daisy, and on a bike I might as well be going backwards, because 60 on a bike, alright, if 60 is 60, it's neither here nor there. Well, let's just say when we're doing 70, enough said, doing 70, yeah, you can feel it, because you've got all the elements. You've got the wind, perhaps some days rain, you've got the temperature changes, you can smell everything, you've got the bugs hitting you. And for me, like I said, my personal preference, you know, people like, oh my god, you're riding with no gear on, blah blah blah. Listen, the way I look at it, I'm over 18, it's my decision. On a motorbike, I've always ridden a bike, just jeans, t-shirt, shorts and t-shirt. It's called my risk mitigation. That's a risk I'm willing to take. And if I'm going to enjoy myself, look, I've only got one life, I'm going to enjoy myself. So I'm going to do what I want. And if obviously riders in England, that's a different story, because it's, you know, you ride, you wear, what I'm trying to say is, like, over here, like here now, the weather's half decent. You know, you still see people rocking up in full gear, leathers, sweating like God knows what. For me, I find that more uncomfortable. I'm not going to enjoy my ride. For me, I prefer just riding. Look, for me, it's just my personal take on things. I feel better. Jeans and t-shirt, it's just when in Rome, make like the Romans. Except the Roman shenanigans from back in the day. With your manservants and lady servants. Well, it's 10 to 4 now. The sun's, you can see the sunlight. It's getting a lot lighter now, and I think it's not going dark till about almost 10 p.m. I'm sure yesterday I was on the motorway, it's only going dark, yeah, around, I'd say around 10, quarter to 10 at night time. So you're getting some longer days. And yeah, it's nice. But the problem is, when you're a truck driver, when you're doing days, nights, days that we do with fridge work, it can affect your sleeping patterns, and also more so now with the heat during the day, with the curtains closed. If you imagine, essentially you're in a box, in a metal box, so you've got blackout curtains, and any kind of residual heat gets trapped inside, and sometimes you can end up being, you know, waking up drenched in sweat, which isn't good, believe me. I was trying to see if we can see the sunrise there. That's not quite. But yeah, I was saying the residual heat in here. But obviously these have got the park fans there. If you can see my finger where it's pointed at there, that's the little park fan, which is, yeah, like a little mini air conditioner, which is okay to a certain extent. But when it does get so hot, even then you've got to say, you know what, stuff it, you've got to fire up the engines, just crank it for like 15-20 minutes on high, cool it down enough for you to try to get to sleep for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then you're constantly doing that over and over again. So you can see how the lapse or the break in your sleep, it can have an effect on your moods, on your health. So bear these things in mind. If you decide to become a truck driver, obviously it is a good profession, but these are the things that you need to know so you can make a balanced assessment as to whether that's a job you want to do long term. But yeah, and yeah, I've got the 4x2 or a V8. That, to be fair, not anything really. You know, once trucking's in your blood, it is in your blood. You can't. Trucking and biking, they're the two things. Once you get in your blood, it's very, very hard to give it up. And believe me, it's very, very hard. Some days you wake up, you think to yourself, what the hell am I doing? With all this traffic, all the messing about, all the delays. Some days you think to yourself, you know what, take these keys, shove them where the sun don't shine, I've had enough, I need a break. And then you go for a break, you have a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks off, you think to yourself, actually I do miss trucking, let's get back to it. And the vicious cycle starts over and over again. But yeah, once you've actually got a truck license, you have practically got a job for life, in all honesty. I'm a strong advocate now. After doing this, I'd say if you need to bring back, I'd say years ago, back in my day, obviously years and years ago, we used to have a YTS scheme, the youth training schemes. I'd say, you know, my honest advice keep going to uni, go and get a trade. It'll set you up for a better standing in life, whether a plumber, electrician, a trucker from a young age. Go and get a trade, trust me, rather than going to uni and paying bloody fees and putting yourselves in how many thousand pounds of debt going to pay back your uni fees. Unless you're a proper brainiac, you've got to go get a PhD in something where you can actually make use of it, whether you want to become a doctor, some kind of scientist, or I don't know, anything that you can actually, that's worthwhile to do. A business degree, as long as you've got a job at the end of it, fair enough. But if not, word of advice, youngsters and not so youngsters, go and get a trade. Get a trade from when you leave school. It'll set you up in good stead in the future. Believe me, I wish I would have done this years and years ago. Instead of trying to figure out what you want to do in life, you do something you don't like, and then you think to yourself, what the hell, I could have started truck driving years ago. But better late than never is the way I look at it.
Metros, tome la salida. Luego, en la rotonda, gire a la derecha. Cuarta salida. Tome la salida. Luego, en la rotonda, gire a la derecha. Cuarta salida.
Retardation, yeah, stopping us down a little bit. No brakes. Right, now a bit of brake. And anticipate the light changing. Perfect, there we go. Again, similar to a motorbike, look through the bends. You never know what's around the corner. That could be a motto for a t-shirt, huh? These fields on the right hand side, I'm not going to look at them, I'm just going through these roadworks, is where they have the is it the Cream Fields Festival, is it? I think it's Cream Fields. Never been, but I'm sure it's around here somewhere, and I'm pretty certain it is to my right hand side there.
Giro a la izquierda más adelante.
Getting to this Lidl before it gets busy, so we can start checking the paperwork. And more so we can get one of these machines that will hopefully be on charge. And secondly, make sure there's enough room in the warehouse, because the later it gets, this can be a bit dodgy. Right, I want to be making a left somewhere. Hopefully they've not shut off this road. Can we make a left here? Can we or not? Oh yes, okay. Oh, thank God for that, yeah. They want to be going to no diversion, because I don't really know it around here too well if you get diverted. big power stations there. Anticipate the lights, retarder on, step 5. There we go, perfectly anticipated, and we get back on the gas. Trying to get there as well, should have beat me to get onto the bay.
Después de 400 metros en la rotonda, gire a la derecha, tercera salida.
Yep. Now trail brake it in and let off a brake and steer it in. I'll look through the bend. I guarantee when we get through this gate he's going to go straight to the left of where I need to go. That's why he's just trying to rather briskly get here, because he knows exactly the same as me. Once we get to this place, get on the bay first. Yep. And we've got this big B&M, the Mr. O'Callaghan. Hi. He is actually as well. It's a B&M on the right hand side there. Yes, is he going to do straight left as well, straight onto a bay, Mr. O'Callaghan. Or is he going to go right? Ah, okay. Don't worry, mate, the thing's not open. You need to go left. So after all that, I'm going to get on the bay. Lovely 4x2 again, left hooker Volvo, beautiful. But I'm not liking the them mirrors. Give me a regular camera, not a camera. What am I saying? Give me a regular mirror, not mirrors. Hold on, which way was it? 92 or 91? God knows. I'll go on 92 because sometimes I don't know which of it where we're going here. No, I've not set up correctly because I was going to go on to 91, but I'll get next to Mr. Extra Mile here. Now there's so many lines it can actually throw you off. So, but take your time, get it in nice and slow. Nice and easy. And we're on in one again. Right. There we go. That's how we get onto a bay in one. So I'm not going to keep, obviously won't reversing all the time, as you can see. So yeah, I'm going to open the doors and that's all she wrote. Right, doors are open. Let's get her backed up. So as I keep saying to you guys, sometimes with reversing, the most important thing is to get your trailer set up at the 45-degree angle first, and then pick your line. Literally pick your lines. But this one ain't too bad here. You get some places you've got that many lines and your eyes trick you. You look at the wrong line and it messes up your reversing. You think to yourself, look like a right bloody rookie. Now this place is alright here because it's got loads of space. Some of them you'll go on there, you'll get on in one, or you know, a shunt or two. You've got on there, you go to open your doors and it's that tight you can't do it. Now you've got to pull back out again, open your doors, and it absolutely riles you. So some of these places, if you can, get on first. Sorry, don't get on first, open your doors first, get your trailer of a 45-degree angle, open your doors, and then just reverse on. Otherwise you don't want to be pissing about reversed on when you have to pull back out again if it's tight, if you're sweating like Jimmy Savile. Open your doors and then having to go through a rigmarole again. So anyway, I'm going to go in here now. I'll catch you back up in about 45 minutes. Well, that was awkward. Before you could just literally go into that bay there, go and straight on the bay, start unloading. Now they've changed it all around again. I'm going to come right to the front here and go to these stupid bloody machines. So Mr. O'Callaghan, he must have been here recently. I haven't. But there's the machines there. You've got to log in here first.